Hope everybody had a great fourth, as it was a little bit crazy. But I hope you guys are hanging in because it's time to play the game. Welcome to Falls Count Anywhere on the Rhode Island Broadcasting Network. Erik Dunn here from Bridgewater, Massachusetts. Hope everyone is doing great, had a great fourth, a safe fourth. And it looks like we're getting spoiled pretty nice with 3 days in a row. SmackDown this Friday, back to 2 hours. Saturday night's main event on Saturday night on NBC and Peacock, and Evolution 2. Both of these will be held from the State Farm Arena in Atlanta. So I will be going over both of the shows. Ron and I will give our predictions and thoughts on it. And we'll also make sure you guys are aware of the active standings regarding our records. But before I go any further, you guys can find me every Wednesday at 5 live on the following. On Yep, so as of right now, you guys can watch me live every Wednesday at 5 on YouTube, Kick, and Rumble. Yep, Rumble. YouTube, Kick, and Rumble every Wednesday at 5, as well as every Wednesday at 5 on Twitch at RI_broadcasting. But for the YouTube, Kick, and Rumble accounts, it's at Rhode Island Broadcasting, and then it'll be podcasted up afterwards on U42, Odyssey, at RI Broadcasting, and then Space Hay, Blue Sky, MeWe, TikTok, and Patreon at RI Broadcast, where you can help support us and support this show going on daily and Sports Unfolded. And then afterwards, this will also be on Red Circle, Spotify, and TuneIn Podcast at Rhode Island Broadcasting. And if you want to help support Falls Count Anywhere and even help support me, we have a new website, Rhode-IslandBroadcasting.net. You'll be able to find FCA, support us, make a donation, and find a way for you to join the family. That will be the same for going on daily and Sports Unfolded as well. So for anyone trying to become a member, a financial trustee, that's the place to do it. A like, a subscribe, and a share gets the name out farther and increases what we can do as a family and as a company. This broadcast of Falls Count Anywhere is the exclusive property of Erik Dunn Productions, Ron Rego, and Rhode Island Broadcasting for the private use of our audience. Any publication, reuse, or redistribution by anyone is not prohibited and is given the express consent to be shared everywhere, and that is everywhere, and is greatly appreciated. Okay. Let's dive right in here. And also, for those that are wondering who Haven Shrine is, that is the creator of our IP, Ron Rego. So as I see that YouTube is working, so we can get the comments right on the screen there. So, get going, Ron. Again, that's a word for me. Okay, so, Ron, I hope you're ready. Time to get our predictions in. And when you have a chance, throw up the numbers so we can let everybody know what the record is and where we stand. So we're halfway through this year, and the records currently go as followed. I'm 23 and 21, Ron's 24 and 20, so I'm a game behind him. So everything going forward is crucial. So let's begin with Saturday night's main events, live at 8 p.m. Eastern on NBC and on Peacock. So going from bottom to top. This match was made official after the fourth on SmackDown. The Viper, Apex Predator, Legend Killer, the 14-time world champion Randy Orton versus the Scottish psychopath and warrior Drew McIntyre. This will be a grudge match between these two rivals. Ron, what are your thoughts? Who's winning this? Okay. Well, so Ron is going to go Randy. So I also want to let you guys know this too. So Ron also gives me his predictions behind the scenes. So I have the ability to actually see them, even if they don't go onto the screen. So I have the ability to find that. So he's going Randy. Yeah, I'm going to agree with you on that one. So I'll pick Randy as well. I think the storyline. I agree with you. The storyline is going to dictate that. Okay, so yep, 100%. So I'm picking Randy. How this got started was the Viper was not in the mood for anything of McIntyre to deal with him whatsoever, and he responded with an RKO, and that demanded another classic collision between these two rivals. So we both are picking Randy. Now, this one is going to be a little bit of a toss-up for me. The megastar LA Knight versus the visionary Seth frickin' Rollins. And I've got a feeling I think I know what Ron's going to say, but I'm going to wait for him to give his for him to give his response. To be honest with you, I can't believe I'm going to say this, but I think I'm going to have to go with Seth, just because I think he'll win because of outside interference from Breaker and Reed. As much as I want LA Knight to win, I don't think LA is going to win clean. I think Seth's going to do something stupid. He's going to get everybody involved and get Heyman involved, and Seth will win dirty. So I'm going to have to pick Seth on that one. And then this one, Gunther versus Goldberg for the World Heavyweight Championship. And what is Goldberg's possible retirement match for when he started in Atlanta? Is it safe to say you're probably going to pick Gunther on this one? Yeah, I agree. I have to agree. It doesn't make any sense for Goldberg whatsoever. I would have to agree with you on that. So, Ron, how about that? For one, I think for like one time only, out of all the times we've done this, I think this is the first event that you and I have agreed on every match for who the winner is going to be. We both picked Randy, we both picked Seth, we both picked Gunther. But I also think that Goldberg's going to put up one hell of a fight, and who knows? Could Goldberg shock the world? Maybe, but highly unlikely. Highly unlikely. And yes, that also means that you do stay ahead. Yes, that is fair. But now we get to Evolution 2. Do you guys remember the first one in 2018? It's back and it's going to be better than ever. But Ron, you may have a hard time picking this one because there are a total of 7 matches, even though I don't really know who's going to be in the Battle Royal, so I guess we can only pick 6. Because I have no idea who's going to be in this Battle Royal because they didn't even say anything about that. So I'm going to say that the Battle Royal does not count, Ron, and we're only going to be focusing on these 6 at Evolution. So let's go from bottom to top here. JC Jane versus Jordan Grace for the NXT Women's Championship. I don't know, Ron, if you've been watching it NXT. I've been kind of like sparsely, but I think Jordan Grace is going to become champion. The reason why is because of the push that she's had. She hasn't won it yet, but I think she's going to. So you're picking JC. I'm going Jordan Grace. All right. So yep. So I'm going Jordan on that one. This one, Ron, you and I should both agree on. Jade Cargill versus Naomi in a no holds barred match. I mean, come on. I think it's got to be Jade, right? Yep. You and I both picked Jade. Perfect. So a regular match is not going to do it for these two. It's going to be no holds barred, and I think that favors Cargill more than most people can realize. I think that's going to be one hell of a fight. And yeah, definitely a no-brainer. I agree. Okay, so let's see. I have Jordan. I have Jade. So on. We're going to X out the battle royal because we have no idea who the hell is going to be in there. Uh, Now we get to the fatal 4-way for the women's tag team titles. Raquel and Roxanne versus Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss versus the Kabuki Warriors versus Sol Ruka and Zarya. I think it's going to be Charlotte and Alexa. I think they've got the most momentum, and I think that they may actually pull that off. I mean, I don't think Charlotte's ever won the tag team titles yet. But Ron, so I take it that you're on my side. So you're picking who I'm picking too? Maybe the woo or maybe the woo gave it away. Sorry. Woo! Yep, that gave it away. My bad. All right, so you and I both got Bliss and Flair. All right, three more to go. This one should be obvious. Trish Stratus will defend her WWE Women's title against the Hall of Famer Trish Stratus. Yeah, I'm picking Stratton. Is it fair you're picking Stratton? I know it's TS versus TS, but are you picking Stratton too? I got TS as an okay. Thank you. All right, so you and I both got Stratton. I think that'll be a great match. I don't see any value in Trish winning that, which is going to be obvious. Stratton's going to have a lot of momentum going into SummerSlam, so we'll have to see about that. But yeah, I'm picking Stratton for that one. And this one is going to be tough. Triple threat for the women's Intercontinental title. The man Becky Lynch versus Bayley versus Lyra Valkyria. Ron, I need your thoughts on this because I have no idea. I honestly don't know who will take this one. I think Lynch and Valkyria will be focused. Okay, that's fair. But if you had to pick, though, you're picking Bayley. You're picking Bayley with a surprise win. You know what? I'm going to go a different route. I think that these two are going to screw each other. Becky's going to retain until SummerSlam. So I'm going to pick Becky to retain. I'm actually going to pick Becky to retain. And now we get to what should be the main event. Io Sky versus Rhea Ripley for the Women's World Championship. Well, this is a toss-up. You're going to pick Rhea? Normally, I would agree with you, but right now, I don't know if Io is going to lose. Because don't forget, Rhea's never beaten Io at all. Right. No, I definitely agree. Io and Rhea have both been on tears, but don't forget, Rhea lost her title to Io in January. So before the Rumble, first time for everything, that's fair. But you know what? You're picking Rhea to win. As tough as that is, because that's a tough one. I think I'm gonna have to join you on that one. So yeah, I'll go Rhea. I will go Rhea because I think that she'll get it back. All right, so going down the line here, you and I. So you have JC, I have Jordan. We both have Jade. We both have Bliss and Flair. We both have Stratton. You've got Bayley. I've got Becky, and we both have Rhea. So one, two, three, four. All right, so that's all six. That is all six. So that is for Evolution and Saturday Night's Main Event. I've got a quick update for you about SummerSlam. So as you know, it will be the first ever two-night SummerSlam in the history of WWE. Um, MetLife Stadium. is going to be hosting it down in New Jersey, August 2nd and 3rd. The weekend of my birthday, actually. And yes, if you see this down here, please help support the show at Rhode You can financially help support us. As of right now, we have the main event that is set in stone. John Cena and Cody Rhodes in a WrestleMania rematch for the undisputed WWE Championship. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't know what will happen with this yet, but here's what I can tell you. I'm going to tell you right now, I think a double turn is coming at SummerSlam. You guys remember Stone Cold Steve Austin, Bret the Hitman Hart, WrestleMania 13 submission match back in '97, where they flipped? I think this is going to be the same thing with John and Cody. I think Cody's going to turn heel for if something were to happen. John turns face again, because I think that they're going to let him finish off his run back where he should be. Because don't forget, he's still getting cheered even as a heel. So keep that in the back of your mind. As we get closer to the two-night SummerSlam, I'll have everything to break down for you. But just understand, whatever happens with this weekend is going to set the stage for when SummerSlam will be in officially 3 weeks from Saturday. So make sure you keep that in mind. Next week's broadcast, Ron and I will dissect Evolution and Saturday's main event, go over the predictions we had, and update the standings of our records. And then we will also, following that, go into SummerSlam once the card fills up, and we go from there. I just want to remind you guys once again that with these advertising graphics, I want just to remind you one more time. You guys can watch this show every Wednesday at 5 on YouTube, Kick, and Rumble at Rhode Island Broadcasting, as well as Twitch at RI_broadcasting. And then you can find this afterwards on Red Circle, Spotify, and TuneIn Podcast at RI Broadcasting. And then you could also find it elsewhere too the following day on U42 and Odyssey at RI Broadcasting, Space Hay, Blue Sky, MeWe, TikTok, and Patreon at RI Broadcasting. And you could also help support us financially, this show, and going on daily as sports unfolded at RhodeIslandBroadcasting.net. That's where you guys can help support us, become a financial member, and join the family. Spread the word, get this out. We're on a new journey, and it looks like the journey may be better for all of us involved. On behalf of the man behind the scenes, the creator of RIB Rodrigo, Erik Dunn, saying so long and thank you from my home in Bridgewater, Massachusetts. This has been a presentation of False Count Anywhere on the Rhode Island Broadcasting Network. You've been watching episode 101. Last week was number 100. We are now on 101, and here is to the next 100. Thank you so much for watching and for listening.